Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Sorry I'm late. I got ready to go live exactly on time and my Wi Fi went out. So I had to give it a minute to come back on. It was going in and out. And then, of course, one of my dogs had to go out. They always got to go out exactly at this time. But anyhow, I hope everyone's having a good Monday. Y'all, please remember Red Rum Media in your prayers. Her dog passed away this morning. She was old. She, had a lot of things wrong with her. Okay, let me see. Am I in my own chat here? Let me turn the media down. Let me see who's in here. I can't believe how cold it is outside, y'all. Verbal, Shug, Debbie, Cement Shoes, Nika, Cheryl, Lisa, Beach Bum, Very Mary, Kira. Am I missing anyone? Warzel, good morning. Misty Walker. Also remember Mark, I think his last name's Denning, that comes into the chat. His brother passed away the other day. Oh, there Mark is. Good morning, Mark. Sorry about yesterday. Sorry about you getting accidentally blocked. I hate when that happens, but accidents happen sometimes. We just got to be careful, guys, including myself. When the live chat's going on and we're messing with their phones, make sure we don't block our loyal subscribers. I've done it myself before. We just got to be a little bit careful. That's it. It's okay. Hey, Shine On. Yeah, she had me bawling this morning. Red Run did. She told me about it, and she sent me a picture of her dog. Red Run, what's her name? Is that Lucy? Very sad. She passed away on her own. She was going to have to take her to the vet, let them do it. She passed away this morning. What's strange is my Mark's friend since childhood, his name is Jason. He's taking his dog this morning to have her put down. She's old and suffering too. She's a little Shih Tzu, I believe. Yes, Lucy. I thought it was Lucy. Lucy, her face reminds me of ladies, her snout and stuff. Yeah, prayers for Mark and Red Rum. Oh, it's okay, Mary. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. Every time I touch my phone, I about block or hide someone. Hey, Mandy. Good morning. Okay, so this morning I was like, what are we going to talk about? So just for the heck of it, I looked up Jennifer Dulos. Lo and behold, they had just put up an article a few hours ago. The investigators did an interview, and they suspect that Fotis changed his appearance to set up his employee. What's his name? Paul Gumini. Let me see if I can pronounce it. I looked it up this morning. Gumaini. I think that's how you say it. We're just going to call him Paul because that's too hard for me to pronounce. I suspected that he did that because he took Paul's truck that morning to Jennifer's place. I didn't realize that he had shaved his head to look like Paul. I'm going to read y'all a good article that was just put out. Hey, Vicki, good morning. Also, this morning, I didn't know what else to talk about, and Beach Bum sent me an article about Michael Long, the father of Sophie Long. Y'all remember the hashtag Stand with Sophie. Now, I said I wasn't going to talk about that case, but I do want to read y'all that article and get y'all's thoughts on it. I didn't put Sophie in his name in my title, though. I don't want to make views off of that, but I did want to discuss it with you guys because I know a bunch of y'all have been following that, and I've not. I've seen all kinds of YouTube videos about Sophie's dad. So allegedly, well, there's some people that's come out and said that he's been lying and exaggerating to keep it trending and to keep the donations coming in. I don't know about that, but we're going to read that. Hey, Max Power, good morning. Anyways, did everyone have a good weekend? Oh, yeah, Cheryl. Um, I know you've seen that thing from 90 Day Fiance where Larissa got picked up by ICE agents. Yeah, she got released though, and she moved on to Colorado. She was getting ready to leave Las Vegas to move to Colorado with her man Eric, and ICE showed up at her door, cuffed and stuffed her. But somehow he got her out. Verbal, it's all a crap show, CC. They both are listening to lawyers, in my opinion. Yeah, something that's strange about the Long case is he was ordered to stop posting on social media, and he didn't. I don't know, but it's all going to come back. This little girl's been through a lot, but this is going to follow her for a long time. You know, that video being out everywhere when she's older, you know, probably be embarrassed. It probably already is, of course. Everybody and their mother's seen that. Okay. Also, I saw that there was a missing baby in Texas, like a 5-week-old baby. I think I think the dad took it, and they found him in the vehicle, but they've not found the baby. Also, they're looking for a child that fell off a bridge in Manhattan. So many sad cases going on. Yep, still talking. He's going to look really bad for the next court hearing. Yeah, I can't wait to read this article to everybody and get their opinion on it. Let's see. I do got us a good topic this morning. Fotis Dulos. It also says in this article that they are looking for Jennifer, and it's still looking for her, of course, but not in New Canaan. They think he took her body somewhere else. I've always suspected that her body was not close by. Okay, it says 2 lead investigators in the Jennifer Dulos case have revealed how they believe her estranged husband may have tried to frame his former employee, and how new evidence with high potential could finally lead them to the 50-year-old mother's remains. In an interview with Hearst, Connecticut media, Detective John Kimball of the State Police Western District Major Crimes Unit and New Canaan police officer Thomas Patton provided new details into the case that rocked the New Canaan community and grabbed international headlines. Or grabbed my attention. I followed it since the beginning. All of us have. This is one case I probably would argue with someone. Okay. So Fotis faced murder and other charges when he died of an apparent suicide in January. He was accused of attacking and killing his estranged wife in the garage of her home when she returned from dropping off their 5 children at school on May 24th, 2019. That's according to his arrest warrant. Jennifer's body has never been found, but police say she is presumed dead based on the blood and other evidence found in her garage. However, Kimball said new evidence could soon lead them to a development in the case in the relatively near future. We're actively investigating, and it's not in New Canaan, but we haven't ruled out New Canaan, he said of the potential location of the remains. The 16-month investigation has generated more than 1,500 leads and many valuable tips that continue to come in each day. Early in the investigation, it was Fotis Dulos' sudden change of appearance that caught the police's attention, Kimball said. In the days before the disappearance, Fotis shaved his head, possibly in an attempt to look more like his employee, Paul Gamaini, I cannot say his name, who had closely cropped hair. Whether that was the primary reason or not, it was the end result, Kimball said. The new look surprised Paul, who told investigators he even made a comment about it to Fotis when he first saw him with the shaved head, Kimball said. He did end up looking like Paul, to the extent Paul commented, "Hey, you look just like me." That goes along with the planning, and that goes along with creating a diversion, Kimball said. Kimball said police knew Paul worked for Fotis Dulos' high-end real estate development board group, and drove a red pickup truck. According to his arrest warrant, Fotis used Paul's red Toyota Tacoma to drive to New Canaan the morning of the disappearance. He also told Paul to head straight to New Canaan that morning to work on property they were developing, instead of stopping at his home office in Farmington. Here's what the police said. You have several pre-planning steps in the warrant, one of which is that he didn't use his own vehicle for the commission of the crime. He used the vehicle that was available to him, an employee's vehicle, Kimball said. At the time he was using his employee's vehicle, the employee, we believe, had no knowledge of this. He didn't give him permission to do it. And Fotis had actually altered his appearance to resemble this employee. So if someone saw this vehicle, they might not associate it with Fotis Dulos. They might associate it with the person whose vehicle it actually was, when in fact it was Fotis Dulos. Gosh, guys, that makes perfect sense now. Because Fotis was an educated man. He was a smart man. He had to have known that there was, the vehicle would have been picked up on some kind of surveillance cameras. They had cameras all over that area. That's how they tracked his movements. They first located, I believe, the vehicle on school bus cam. That he had passed the school bus, got him on camera. Hey, Winky. Carolina girl, good morning. Ooh, speaking of Carolina, I saw an awful case out of North Carolina. I'll tell you about it in a minute. I got it wrote down here so I won't forget. Okay. So attorney Lindy Urso, maybe it's Urso, who represents Paul, acknowledged Fotis might have been trying to frame his client. That's part of their theory, Urso said. He used Paul's truck and knew he was going to be in New Canaan working for him, so that's a possibility. Yeah, I believe they're on to something there. That's probably why he told Paul to go straight to New Canaan that morning and not stop by the office. Okay. New Canaan police officers examining hundreds of hours of footage from school bus security video spotted the pickup truck parked the morning of the disappearance near where Jennifer Dulos' abandoned Chevy Suburban was found that night. There's still something that stands out to me as far as a key moment in uncovering evidence that led us then to a whole other path, Patton said. The hair on the back of my neck just went up, Kimball said. Finding a piece of information like that is highly significant. It was the break in the case that allowed investigators to trace the movements of the vehicle between Farmington and New Canaan by using highway and rest stop videos. It definitely cemented some of our theories that we had as far as how he did transport himself to Farmington, to New Canaan, and then back. Because prior to that, it was just sort of a possibility. And then once we were able to turn that into a definitive, that changed a lot. As police were gathering this evidence in New Canaan, they said Fotis Dulos was tampering with other key evidence involving Paul. In the days after the disappearance, Fotis took Paul's phone and likely erased some of the contents, including the web search history and phone calls made on May 25th and 26th. After taking Paul's pickup truck to be detailed at an Avon car wash, Fotis told his employee to throw out the back seats, the arrest warrant stated. Fotis Dulos continued to pressure Paul, who eventually removed the seats, but never discarded them because he became suspicious of his employer's behavior. After speaking with investigators, Paul turned over the seats, and tests revealed one of them contained Jennifer Dulos's blood. Paul is expected to be called by the state to testify if Michelle Troconis and Kent Malwhenney take their cases to trial. That's what his attorney said. And the former gal pal, she's on house arrest while being charged with conspiracy to commit murder, tampering with evidence, and hindering prosecution. Yeah, she lied to authorities several different times. Once she said that she did see Fotis that morning before she left. Then she said she didn't, or it might have been vice versa. But anyway, she lied to him. Fotis claims that he was at home the morning Jennifer disappeared. He was on phone calls. That was bullcrap. So I believe what his plan was, he was going to act like he was at home and set his employee up, set poor Paul up. Obviously, so you're going to get a new sub. My good friend Tracy L. Yippee. Oh, cool. Tell her to welcome. Let's see, Liz. Hey, Liz. Liz says, what a name, verbal constipation. That's what I said too when I first met him, Liz. Hey, Austin. Liz says, Gloria Farber, Jennifer's mother, showed Fotis who had the power. She wore him down. Yes. I always said this was before Fotis' suicide. I said, Gloria is not going to stop. She's going to keep pushing it till he was charged with murder. And sure enough, that's what happened. I always said she's a strong, powerful, wealthy woman. She can get things done. Those poor kids, they're still living with Gloria in New York City. They found some jewelry in Fotis's, like a safety deposit box. I call it a lock box. She's wanting that for the kids. I don't blame her. There was like a Tiffany and Company ring. I believe a Rolex. I believe that ring was Jennifer's. Yeah, it's 5 kids. So sad, Carolina girl. Did you have a good weekend, Austin? Warsaw said his suicide speaks for itself. He knew his options were running out. Hey, Tracy, welcome. Glad Winky told you about us. Y'all check out Winky's channel. Share the link, Winky. Share your channel link. People can sub you up. Winky's a good lady. Okay. I got off topic here. Let's see what else it says. Oh, yeah. One of the co-conspirators, Kent Malwhenney, the former attorney and friend, he's still in jail. He never could make bond. Still in jail on a $2 million bond. He's a real piece of work. Him and his wife separated, and he attacked her and raped her. Yeah. He's got charges for that, too. He was charged for that. But they tried to set her up. Fotis tried to lure her to his home. Tried to get her to come to his home to talk to Kent, rekindle their marriage, however you want to say it. Offered up a room in their house as a sex pad. I swear, this woman didn't even know him. So, thank God she was smart enough not to take him up on that offer. She was scared of Kent. She thought he was trying to have her set up to be killed. She was right. I believe that's what they were doing. They was going to take out Kent's wife and take out Jennifer. Fotis wanted Jennifer gone because, they had been fighting in court for a couple years over money, over custody. Jennifer actually said in her divorce papers she was afraid that Fotis was going to harm her because she said he had sick revenge fantasies against people he thought had wronged him. He must have shared those fantasies, of course, with Jennifer for her to say that. I do not think she was lying about it at all. Maybe Kent will give up that info for leniency. Yeah, Fotis left behind that suicide letter saying that they weren't involved. He wasn't involved. Do you really think that was going to get him out of trouble? Just because he left a note saying that? Hey, drama. Hey, took your little tip the other day about doing the cat eyeliner. By the way, using like a little piece of like an empty toilet paper roll, like the cardboard, that works. If anyone doesn't know the case, Gray Hughes did excellent mapping of the case, very detailed. Yeah, most of us have followed this case since. Well, most of us comes into the chat. Followed it since the beginning. Gray Hughes does good work, though. I don't watch him a lot, but he does do good true crime. Okay, let's see what else is said. Oh, they actually discovered a woman's remains in Watertown, but it wasn't Jennifer. I didn't know they had found a body close by there. Okay, so Detective Kimball believes the amount of plotting that occurred leading up to the crime has affected their ability to find Jennifer. Yeah, Fotis really planned this out quite well. Hell, he even had like alibi scripts in his office they found. I think Michelle Turconis helped him write that. Never write anything down like that. What a bunch of dummies. If you cut it out and put lights in it, it's fun. Oh, really? I'll have to try that. I was just using it as a guide the other day. Well, actually, it was yesterday to get my eyeliner on. Hey, Chris. Good morning. Anyways, guys, hopefully they find Jennifer. It seems like they're on to something. Hopefully, eventually, they'll be able to track down what he did with her body. I mean, crap, they've searched, what, in New York and Connecticut for her? She's a beautiful woman. She was a writer also. Not heard much from Fotis's former attorney, Norm Pattis. God, that man kills me. That's like the dumbest lawyer ever. I mean, of course, he's probably smarter than me, but some of the things that he came out and said about Jennifer, he just victim bashed. He made out like she staged this whole thing to set Fotis up. Then he said something about a revenge suicide, like she went and took her life just to set Fotis up. The alibi scripts remind me of Crazy Frazee with his hit list on toilet paper. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Thank you, Not My Verbiage. I hope you had a good weekend. Shug Trotter. Okay, so share it with Shug. I will when we do our Google Meets. Guys, let's see. I think Wednesday I've got a dentist appointment. Is it Wednesday or Thursday? Maybe it's Thursday. I started to say I may have to change our Google Meets, but maybe not. I'll look and see. I still pray for her and Susan Powell in Utah and Suzanne Morphew. Yeah, I just saw Plunder put up a video about Suzanne Morphew's case and Barry's alibi for that weekend. I think it's she was debunking it from what I gathered. I need to go back and look. I watch her channel a little bit. Every time I talk about Suzanne, I just think about her kids, y'all. Here, their mother is missing. Their father was charged with her murder, and then he commits suicide. Just think about, what they have been through since her disappearance in May of 2019. Gosh, she's been gone. She's been missing for a long time, guys. I just hope that they can find her so that she can have a proper burial and they can grieve properly. Poor kids. I'm just wondering what Fotis's relationship was like to the kids, because in Jennifer's divorce papers, she was saying that the kids were afraid. Well, her too. They were afraid to defy him. They were afraid to tell him no about anything. And she said in one time that the kids were water skiing. One of the kids was tired, didn't want to practice anymore. Fotis got so mad he took the water ski and busted it upside of a rock. I guess I should say that's allegedly he did that. That's what she had in her divorce documents. Papers, whatever you want to call it. Who are the kids with now? Austin says they're with Jennifer's mother, Gloria Farber. Fotis's family is from Greece. Now, I think Fotis's sister wanted her hands on his estate, whatever he had left. I mean, he was in debt, but I don't think that's going to happen. The kids will probably end up with it. They're still getting all that situated, I reckon. He likely spent at least 12 hours a day on the job site. Got mad if dinner wasn't planted and on the table when he walked in the door. He was the aggressive man, his way or no way. Yeah, I was married to a man like that. My first husband was like that. And sometimes he would just come in from work in a bad mood and just flip the table over and have food on it. If I hadn't left him, I probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to y'all right now. I listened to a doctor. I guess it was like, I don't know, it was just a professional. She said people like Fotis, he committed suicide, and that was his way of controlling. He got the last word, He got to make the last say. The situation was out of control, and he knew he was going to go to prison and probably not make bail this time. So he decided to control the situation. When do some of these men realize when they say death do us part doesn't mean you kill your spouse? Yes, he was, Tracy. He was a big-time drinker. That's all he did was drink beer. He even took beer to work with him. 6-pack of beer to work in his little cooler. He was a logger, cutting down trees. Sure was. How well their home is now will have a huge effect on their future. I hope they do all right. Yeah, me too. Sounded like one. That's why I asked. Yeah. Yeah. When they drink like that all the time, it doesn't take much to make them mad. And my ex was also extremely jealous. If he had his friends stop by or work buddies, I could not make eye contact with them if I talked to them. If I made eye contact with them, he said I was flirting with them. And he wouldn't say nothing while they was there. He would wait till they would leave and then jump on me. Yeah. It's the way those cowards are. Never would fight a man, though. Of course not. Gonna pick on a little girl, because actually I was still a kid, just to be honest. He was a lot older than me, and I was young. Met him when I was a teenager. Anyhow, I thought Norm Patterson's Fotis lawyer was outrageous in his statements about Fotis's innocence. I know he tried to say that Jennifer did like the Gone Girl theory, like the movie. You know, where the woman disappears, everybody thinks the husband killed her, but really she's not even dead. She took off with some man, hiding out some man. He came out and said that. I think he made himself look really ignorant in his what's the word for it? Outlandish claims. And in my mind, like he made Fotis look worse. With all the evidence police released that they had against Fotis, he already looked guilty as hell. But then when Norm came out and was victim bashing Jennifer, it just made him look 100 times worse, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I've had people tell me about Fotis Dulos. It makes me so mad. They'll be like, innocent until proven guilty. Look, I get that. But when there's evidence to support something, there's all kinds of evidence. I mean, they found his DNA on her kitchen faucet, mixed in with her blood, right? They found something else on the mudroom door. Also, he was caught on surveillance video discarding evidence in Hartford. You know, I get it, innocent until proven guilty, but we're not in a court of law. We're in here in the courtroom of coffee with Cece. If we want to think someone's guilty, we will. I do try not to accuse people of stuff. Well, sometimes I do, and I don't mean to, but I do try not to accuse them unless I've got some evidence to support it. Barry Morphew, that's one I'm really, really suspicious of. I just wish there was some evidence, some type of evidence. We've heard about some hearsay about a hotel room smelling like chlorine. Bye, Burbage. Be safe. Pattis and Pryor ought to practice together behind bars. I'm trying to think about the name of the guy Norm Pattis represented. He was an author of a book. He said Sandy Hook didn't happen, the shooting, and I believe he got sued for it. He wrote a book about it. I cannot think of that guy's name. Yeah, so he represents some really, really shady people. Also, there was some Facebook posts from Norm a long time ago saying something racist. Yeah, he's a real winner, y'all. I sure wouldn't want him representing me. He's just so cocky. He gave an interview and he said he would tell his team at the office when they would wish him luck, I don't need luck, wish the prosecution luck. Really? You don't know what's going to happen in courtroom. You don't know how it's going to play out. Hey, Karen, good morning. I was thinking about you, Karen. But look, I've not seen you a lot. I know we're in like different times. Let's see, I'm just looking at the chat. Remy says, because Norm is not higher up in the law firm, the case was given to him because the senior partner knew it was a loss. Yeah, he was confident his client was going to be acquitted. He still wanted, even though Fotis was passed away, he still wanted his estate to be on trial. I cannot even begin to explain that to y'all because I'm not sure I quite understand it either. But yeah, he wanted Fotis's estate to replace him in the courtroom and still go to trial for like the murder charges and stuff. Karen terribly cold on me last week, only getting over it now. Oh, I hate to hear that, Karen. Getting a cold sucks. I'll probably get sick too because the weather's just changed so dramatically. It went from being summertime to being cold as hell. I'm going to have to get me an electric blanket. When it gets cold like that, my legs ache. The electric blanket would help. Yeah, Norm wanted that money. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, prayers for Jennifer's family. Now I want to read y'all this article Beach Bum sent me about Sophie Long's father, Michael Long. If anyone don't know who Sophie is, there was a video of a little girl, 9-year-old girl from Texas. It went viral. Um, in the video, the parents were doing a custody exchange. Sophie didn't want to go back to her mom's, and in the video, she says she was being molested by her mom's boyfriend. So the video went viral, and it started the hashtag Stand with Sophie. You know, of course, I advocate for children, so naturally, I believe the child. The dad ended up getting custody of Sophie and the girls. But now people are coming out and saying that he lied and exaggerated about the molestation. I don't want to get nothing confused, so I'm just going to read y'all what I was sent. And I'm just not going to comment on it. I would just hope and pray that no parent would do that. So the court ordered him not to be posting on social media, but he continued to post on social media. And people that helped with the Stand With Sophie campaign became suspicious of him, and now they're accusing him of lying and exaggerating about what happened to Sophie to keep it trending so the money kept coming in, the donations. Well, I hope and pray this is not true. Now I want y'all to give y'all's opinion. I'm not going to give mine though. Right now. I just want to hold off on it. Let me get the article. It talks about some YouTube channels in this article. It talks about without a crystal ball. Oh my gosh. So the Stand With Sophie GoFundMe has raised over $200,000. Wow. I accidentally clicked on that by accident. I meant to go do something else. I meant to click on the article. Keeps taking me back to that. Here it is. I'm clicking the wrong one. Okay. Law firm claims hashtag Stand With Sophie campaign is fraudulent, inciting violence. A law firm in Texas claims that Stand With Sophie GoFundMe is based on false abuse allegations against Kelly Long, the mother of a young girl from Frisco. They assert the father, Michael Long, is fabricating stories as part of a cash grab and a vendetta against Kelly Long. The Stand With Sophie GoFundMe, aided by the hashtag Stand With Sophie, has raised over $208,000. In it, a writer who identified herself as the child's stepmother, Courtney Chalmers, is it Chambers or Chalmers? It's got Chalmers here, made claims that the girl's biological mother was both part of sexual abuse and encouraging it. Okay. So it's talking, we're not going to play the video. It says this is the video posted as part of the Stand With Sophie campaign. Both the video and campaign have gone viral, and it's not difficult to understand why. It shows the girl crying, screaming, and refusing to leave a vehicle during a August 18th custody exchange, while also alleging that Kelly Long's fiance sexually abused her. Other claims that multiple men were involved surfaced later. So the Rootson law firm, in a statement obtained by Law and Crime, said that its attorneys believe the GoFundMe campaign intentionally misleads the public with false claims and has sparked dangerous cause for violence. Okay. I think I'm on the wrong article here. This is not the one that I wanted. There's another one that I wanted. Hold on just a minute, guys. Let me get into my own Discord here. Okay, here it is. I wanted the one that was talking about the YouTubers. Sorry about that. Okay, now let's start from the beginning. After winning full custody of his 9-year-old daughter, Michael Long is being sued by the administrators of hashtag Stand With Sophie campaign and other media outlets after being accused of fabricating stories about the level of abuse his little girl was forced to endure while under the custody of her biological mother. The hashtag Stand With Sophie campaign began after 9-year-old Sophie was seen screaming for help in a shocking viral video accusing her mother, Kelly Marie Mitten's fiance, of sexually abusing her when she was dragged out of her father's car by her grandmother during a custody exchange. Okay. After Sophie was reunited with her father, YouTuber Anne Elise, who spoke to her family members, reported on her channel that Sophie was heard screaming in the bathroom one evening while staying with her father over the weekend. When her father and stepmother ran in to check on her, Sophie was allegedly in a massive amount of pain and it hurt so badly they had to take her to the emergency room. Her family members alleged that while in the hospital, Sophie confided to them that there were multiple men at a hotel room she was staying with her mother, Kelly, while in her custody last week. She disclosed that she was separated from the others, isolated on her own. She disclosed of being assaulted by multiple men and once again by Jake Bellington, Kelly's boyfriend. Elise said in her latest podcast, 10 to Life, noting that Bellington was already court ordered not to be around the child. They violated the court order. Not only was the boyfriend there, but other men were also in the room assaulting her. I mean, guys, I find that a little bit hard to believe. I know things happen like that and parents do their kids like that. But I do find the motel story hard to believe. Not saying I don't believe it. I'm saying I find it hard to believe. Okay. While Sophie could identify Bellington because of the way he smelled, she had no idea who the other men were. Following the revelations, Michael was granted full custody of his daughter and her 2 younger brothers on September 9th. Okay. However, several administrators and YouTube influencers who had been diligently working and updating people on hashtag Stand With Sophie campaign have come forward to allege that Michael had lied about the kind of abuse his daughter went through just to keep the campaign trending and make money off it. One of them is an administrator named Jetta L., who is also an aspiring musician. Screenshots of her social media status were shared on Twitter by a YouTuber host called Without a Crystal Ball. I'm just going to stop right there. I used to watch Without a Crystal Ball until I figured out that all the lady does is tell stories. She tells lies. She brings good videos. Sometimes she brings good information about, these reality stars. But she has been caught in numerous lies. Like one of the lies, claiming that her neighbor come over to her house and tore down her gay pride flag. That was bullshit. She told her viewers that to get sympathy. She's been caught in several lies. I can probably find some videos and show you. I used to be a big fan of hers until I sat back and just caught her in lie after lie. Okay. It has been confirmed that Michael Long, Sophie's dad, played us administrators like fools. and I did see some red flags, but I never imagined someone as a parent could pull such cruel moves with such selfish motives. So I guess that's what Without a Crystal Ball said. My sources were in the family, and I was taking their word for it each and every time with no doubts. My health had deteriorated from overworking myself from morning to night. There were a few things that threw me off. First, Michael Long was court ordered not to post on social media, and he was still doing it. Reason number two was missing from the screenshots the user posted. I don't know what that means. Number three, I told myself the other day that I think he is letting this attention get to his head, and my instincts were right. Well, without a crystal ball, you let your having a big subscriber count get to your head, girl. That's just the facts. Okay, so the status added he lied about the hotel incident. Sophie was originally assaulted, but he exaggerated and fabricated a story that four men sexually assaulted her. And because he was her dad saying it, us administrators took his word for it. He lied to everyone, thinking he could keep the public interested and attention on him. But how did they know that he lied? That's just a hunch. I mean, they don't know for a fact that he lied yet. Okay, so Elle said she could not believe that Michael could exploit his daughter's trauma to get money from donations, and that she could not believe any word from him ever again. I do think someone did something to Sophie. I don't know about four men in a motel room, but I do think something happened to her. Someone was telling me the other day that Michael and Sophie were both actors, had experience in it. There's just more and more coming out about Michael. Yeah, I'm going to keep an open mind about this, but I'm not sold on the motel deal there. But I do feel like something did happen to her at some point. Okay, let's see what else. So that girl continues to say, I'm just upset that her own dad seriously lied and defrauded everyone so he could gain publicity. Would he really do his daughter that and exploit her trauma for attention and money? I mean, to me, he sounded like a devoted, loving dad that was fighting for his daughter's life. You know? And I saw a video after him and Sophie was reunited. He got temporary custody of her. She seemed like a different child. Like she was just so happy. There was a gag order on this case and he made a video. Yes, Karen. He kept posting on social media. He was not supposed to. Should. No, I don't think he would if it were true, but it wasn't true. It was his agenda to get back at the mom and the boyfriend. Is it possible that he had that much hatred for his ex, Kelly? He would exploit his own daughter's trauma to get back at her? I don't want to believe it, guys. I don't want to believe a parent would do that to their child just to get back at an ex. You know, I don't particularly like Timothy's daddy too well. But you know what? My son loves him. So I don't never say nothing bad about him. Nothing. Because my son loves him. But I would never, I dislike him, but not to the point that I would lie on him, you know? I'd never lie on anybody. That's one thing I can't stand is for somebody to lie on someone and accuse them of doing something that they just didn't do. Verbals, he wanted less custody though, CC. What do you mean, Burbs? Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to make a phone call with you. At least I cannot say right now. Yeah, I'm gonna hold back. I just don't want to believe anyone do that. Let's see what it says about Without a Crystal Ball. In a YouTube video, Without a Crystal Ball host said that she had donated all the money made through the video updates on Sophie to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children after learning that her father could be a fraud. Well, you know what, girl? I like to see those receipts that you donated that money to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children because you are one shady character, lady. I'd like to see the evidence of that. If I'm not mistaken, as soon as this story came out, you was saying that little girl was lying. I could be mistaken about that. But I don't think I am because I saw the video in my recommended because I unsubscribed to that lady. Okay. I could direct y'all to some videos about that lady and y'all would not watch her. I usually don't talk about people, but I've seen it with my own eyes, what she does. She acts like she's this big advocate, but really she's not. She's a fraud. She's a fake. Yeah, you can't watch her because all she does is pull her hair and freaking rub her nose the whole freaking time. Sorry, guys. That woman gets under my skin. When I see her name, I just automatically, you can't trust what she's saying. Okay. Let's see what else it says. She donated the money. She added she had spoken to several people involved in the case, including a legal assistant who was aiding Mitten's battle for Sophie's custody. Oh, yeah, this lady without a crystal ball, she claims like she acts like she's a reporter. She's not. She's no different than what I am, except she's better at doing videos and wording things. A while back, she was accusing one of those girls on Teen Mom of doing crack or something. It was just not the truth. She had no evidence to support that. Now, one day I said I thought one of them had a drinking problem, but hey, that's just because I saw him drinking all the time. I probably shouldn't have said that. But Lord, I'd never accuse anyone of being on crack, especially with a big platform like Without a Crystal Ball has. Like she's got well over 10,000 subscribers, probably 20. She can't make allegations like that. Yeah, definitely post a receipt. I got blocked from that one on day one. Yeah, I used to love that channel until, and I watched it all the time. And when you watch something all the time, you just notice things, notice lies. I know sometimes people will get mixed up or forget something. They don't mean to lie, but she's been caught in some big stuff, especially with that gay pride flag. That was proven totally, totally false. Oh, I knew it was false the day she come up on with the video on YouTube. You could just tell she was, I don't know, she's an attention seeker. Verbal, I don't have a drinking problem. Yes, Without a Crystal Ball. That is the name of the channel. And if you search her name, it'll pull up videos. I'm trying to think of that guy that just busted her. She started attacking, what's his name? Beast Boy? BX Beast? He keeps up with all these YouTubers and the drama that's going on and the stories that's making headlines. And he was real nice to her and he interviewed her and everything. And she just like turned on him, tried to play the race card and all this. It was just crazy. I can't even remember exactly what happened. I had to go back and watch. She treated that guy like crap, and he's a nice guy. It was about John Benet Ramsey. See, hey, Nika, I am sub from her too. She is over 120,000, Nika. Yeah, you can't disagree with her. You cannot disagree. Not even in a respectful way. She don't like it. If she sees it, you're gone. I don't know if she's got some kind of tick going on, but if you watch her or what's going on with her, She constantly messes with her hair and her nose. I don't know what's going on with that. Could be a nervous thing. I do certain little things when I get nervous. Okay, thank you, Winky. She only lets her members comment now. Are you serious? Hey, she portrays herself. She used to try to act like she was this big reporter. You know, like she went to school for it and stuff. No, 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 no. She just, like me, she just got a YouTube channel. Like I said, she just better at wording stuff, and that woman will do anything for a view. Telling you, she has tormented those teen moms to death. She'll do a video and say, "Oh, a source, lady, you didn't have no source." She just makes up stuff for a story sometimes on those teen moms. That's the truth. Like that one girl, she is a good mom, but she made a video about her and said she'd been smoking crack. When you got a big platform like that, you can't be accusing people of smoking crack. And if I'm not mistaken, someone actually picked up the phone and reported that girl. It's bullcrap. Without a crystal ball. Her name's Katie Joy. I'm not doxing her. Everybody knows her name. She says her name on her channel sometimes. Yeah, she goes for everybody. She just don't report on the news and the celebrity news and stuff. She just don't do that. I mean, she gets vicious with those reality stars. I'm glad, Wakey, I could make you laugh. They have to get Sophie out of the media and into counseling, period. Yes. Now, she did let's see, what was his name? She did an interview with that guy from Love After Lockup, Clint. Clint, he had the wife, he met her, I think, some kind of website while she was in jail. He used to call her his goddess. But she did an interview with him and got too buddy with him. Someone that helps her on her channel got all buddy with him, and it was just a big scandal. I think he ended up asking that subscriber for money, and she's definitely not like Sherelle's World. You know what I mean? If y'all don't know Sherelle's World, check her out. She keeps up with all the reality TV news, what's going on with all the stars and all that. I really like Sherelle. She's cute. No, she is not a joy. Gosh, I'd like to say something else about her, but I don't talk about people's parenting. But, I mean, really, you can't really get much done when you're on Twitter all day and harassing people, if you know what I mean. And I don't really like the way she talks to her dogs. Like, used to, I don't know if she still does it because I've not watched her probably 6 months now. But, you know, if they made any noise, just the way she would turn around and look at them. I don't know. She's just hateful. Yeah, it's annoying when you're live streaming and your dogs interrupt you and stuff, but I don't know. There's something about her I just didn't like. I just don't like her. Not at all. I hear my little doggy crying. She must be wanting to go outside or something. I'm going to have to get off here in just a minute. I'm going to share a good story with you guys. It's heartwarming. Of course, it's about a rescue pup. I just glanced at this. I haven't read it all. I just glanced at it and made sure it was a good story. Let me get it pulled up. I swear, animals have more compassion and more love in their heart than some humans. Really. I can get it pulled up. The stinking Newsbreak app. Okay, it's got a video. Great. I don't got to read nothing. Let me screen share. Let me unplug my mic. Okay, let me unmute myself. Puppy shares her blanket outside with another dog. Okay, let's get with it. Can y'all see? Okay. Wasn't that cute, guys? That rescue dog shared its blanket with a stray dog through the fence. But luckily, that stray was rescued. That time when I plug my mic back up. Dogs are awesome. Debbie, I agree with you. I don't call many people liars, but I've witnessed it. I have witnessed that lady lie to her subscribers. I never did comment and say much to her about it. Then I found some other videos about it, and it exposed the lies. But like I said, I had heard her lie myself. That was lovely, Cece. Thank you. I got to find more like that I don't have to read. It just plays the video. I'm glad it just played the video and you guys could read it because I know I couldn't pronounce that lady's name. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here. Oh, yeah, before I do, I was going to tell y'all about a case out of North Carolina. This man was charged with 332 counts of sex crimes against one victim. One victim. His picture ain't even worth looking at. They didn't identify the victim. They didn't say how old the victim was, just that he was arrested and charged with that. Really don't want to pull it up after we just got through watching that sweet video. You know what I mean? I'll probably make a post about it. Hey, Light Feather. You're late to the party, girl. There's your late slip. You're coming in as I'm leaving. Hope you've been doing well. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here. I've got to go put some bedding back in my goat shed. I raked out her shed this morning because someone likes to pee in their bed. So I already got that done. I just got to go replace the bedding. Yeah, Beach Bum, I'll send it to you. I'll send you the link to that article. We ended on a good note, so I don't want to pull that scumbag's picture up. Anyways, I love y'all. Thanks for your support. And welcome, Tracy. Thanks for chatting this morning. And y'all, please remember Mark Denning in your prayers and Red Rum Media. Her dog passed away this morning. Channel members, can you put some paw prints up? Use the paw print stickers for channel members. For Lucy. That was Red Rum Media's dog's name, Lucy. And also, let's put some prayers up for Mark. Denning, his brother, passed away, his younger brother, the other day. No, save it. Okay. I might do a video on it, Beach Bum. All right. All right. Y'all have a wonderful day. Be safe, be kind, and peace. Oh, yeah. And let's all please remember to think before we speak. I just want to say that. All right. Love you guys. Peace.